back to how it all started. You know when you sleep at night and you don't set any kind of alarm, nothing that's supposed to wake you up in the morning, like, you know, nothing at all, and you end up waking unusually early. That was me this morning. I woke up and I was so anxious. In fact, I'm still very anxious. I'm scared. I'm feeling I don't know. It's just mixed emotions, to be honest. That's why I'm not even see how I'm talking. I'm almost stammering because of how I'm feeling right now. So it's crazy. Today is the election day, and I'm going out to cast my vote for the first time since they born me, since they gave birth to me. This is the first time I'm going to be voting, right? I've had my voter's card. I had my voter's card before, but for the last election, I was not. My voter's card was registered to vote in Enugu, and I was in Lagos. So now I said I was transferred to Lagos so that I'm gonna vote. So I'm going to be voting today. And I said the reason I'm making this video is so that I'm gonna mark it, because I know that for me, Anita ihesieanitar, for me, this is like the most important election so far. For me, the result is going to determine a whole lot. For me, I know it's going to determine a whole lot for a lot of people, but for me, I'm just looking for myself. I'm speaking about myself. It's going to determine a whole lot. So I'm going to vote. I'm marking it because I know that this election, this situation is going to go down in history. So I want to put it, I want to mark it just so that I would always come back to remember that I was among the people that voted for Peter Obi. I was among the people that voted for proper change in this country. God willing, let him just win so that we're going to let him win so that we're going to see the result or whatever it is. So I've never been so convinced about a candidate before. So for the first time, I'm so convinced, and I believe that if he gets into power, you know, we're going to see the much needed change. Oh God. So I'm going to see if I can you know, carry you guys along. Where I stay is invariably safe. It's kind of where I stay is kind of safe, right? And I believe I'll be able to make some videos there, just some, because it'll be awkward just be carrying phone around like somebody that is lost. But I'll try and see if I can make a video there and show you guys the voting process as a first-time voter. Don't mind me, I'm not glad about that. Let me not be dancing. It's not a good thing to not be participating in elections, but I've realized my mistakes now and I've changed, and that's the way forward. This introduction is getting so long, so let me just move. Let me move. Guys, I have to wear my face cap so that I'll be ready for them. So putting on the slippers. I can't even show you guys what I'm wearing there, but yeah. Just I wanna be the best in the game. Invest in my name. Check no restraints. I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess, and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout, and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy. Think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me. I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy. All I got is working, never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all. So the first thing that we had to do was to put our names down on a piece of paper. So because I came quite late, my number was like really late, like 442, even though we're almost like 800 or more people that put our names down on the paper, right? And at the time I got there, the INEC officials were not even there. They came like an hour plus later.
Can you make way? We are so sorry. Make way.
8:40 a.m. and then I went back in.
Santo!
What number are you? 3 something. What number are you? 3 something.
3.
After sitting down and waiting for over 7 hours, guys, it was finally my time to vote, right? I ended up voting by around I think 4:20 p.m. or so. And it was by passport that I ended up voting. And this was the process. Let me just run you guys through the process. I'm using the person that was directly in front of me. So she took our cards and copied some information from the card onto the Beavers machine, right? And I believe that's the VIN that she was copying. There was no swiping, no, like nothing of that sort. She just needed the card to get the VIN from it, right? And then after that, she will now take a picture of the person, and the person moves on to the next person to collect the ballot papers, and the person will now proceed to voting. I didn't capture the actual voting process because it's not allowed. It's against the law. So I just did that and then, went back to wait behind so that I would be part of those people that would count the results after everybody was done voting. So I just waited until they were done with every other person. Guys, just take a look at the number of people that waited for everybody to finish voting for them to join in the counting of the results. People were not joking at all. Everybody wanted to be sure that their votes counted. I was so impressed. Like, yo.
Bringing the polling at unit 106 to an end. Thank you. You have all been amazing. And at this point, we shall start the counting. Absolute decorum. And please, I don't want to be there, but I'm going to forget yourself. Who can't see the
Yeah, they count, they go.
815 accredited voters.
815. 815 voters were registered in this unit. After all the process, we got 535 accredited voters at this point. 535.
Like the lady mentioned, we had 815 people that registered their names on the list, right? And at the end of the day, the number of people that voted were 535. And the reason for this is that a lot of people registered their names on the list when they came in the morning, and they ended up finding out that this was not their polling unit. So it's not as if some people came and they did not vote, they didn't want to vote. It was just like that was not their polling unit, so they had to leave. That's why we had 815 accredited voters. Registered voters, and then 535 people that voted, right?
So in the end, they are saying that everything goes to count here. In every ballot paper, we must not have more than what? 535. Can we begin? Yes.
So in their counting, they started off with the position of the House of Representatives, and then they now moved on to senatorial before they got to the presidential election results. So I was not exactly interested in those ones, but I had to say because the presidential result counting was the last. For the House of Reps, we still won. Labour Party won. For the Senate, apparently there was an issue, but I don't honestly have strength to talk about it. But yeah, there was an issue. The Labour Party logo was not on the ballot paper, so a lot of people did not end up voting. They left it blank. And, I honestly don't know how they ended up resolving it, because they resolved it after the counting of the presidential election one. So moving on to the results from the presidential election in my polling unit.
400.
guys, at this point I was so exhausted. The time was like 11:50 p.m. That's more than 12 hours of me being there, right? So I couldn't wait for them to transmit the result to the INEC portal. Some people waited, a lot of people waited, but I had to just head home. I couldn't even do like an outro video or anything. So but for the result, I'm going to just give you guys the result of the three major parties, right, for our polling unit. So we had APC that had 44 votes, we had PDP that had 7 votes, and we had Labour Party, which is the party that I voted for and the party that I'm in support of. We had 476 votes. Yo, so my polling unit delivered. I'm very happy. I feel like I've done my part, so it's just for us to watch and see how everything plays out, the entire election result. So yeah, so this is going to my outro my outro sound. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye, love you.